just real quick, USC is a top 25 team preseason. As we talked about last week, I know you're not a big preseason poll type of guy because we got to see what these teams look like.
Right.
Case in point, Florida State last week. But with that being said, USC and LSU week 1 is a fun matchup at Allegiant Stadium, I believe. That's correct. Yeah, in Vegas. So top 25 matchup. What do you look for in this one?
Yeah, of all the Big Ten teams opening the season this year, I think this is the hardest matchup for a Big Ten team, at USC playing LSU. Now, the good news is they're playing in Vegas and not in Baton Rouge. You know, they're not playing them down in Death Valley in the heat and humidity of Baton Rouge. But from a talent standpoint, you know, this is still an elite level team in LSU. Nussmeier takes over as the quarterback. Very similar stories for these two teams. Actually, it's an interesting matchup because you have Nussmeier takes over. He took over for Jaden Daniels, who sat out the bowl game, played well, right? You've got Miller Moss taking over at quarterback for USC. He took over for Caleb Williams when he opted out of the bowl game, played exceptionally well. So they both should be confident guys. They've been in the system. They know what they're doing offensively. The biggest question is, you know, can either one of them improve dramatically on defense? And we'll see that on display. So Danton Lynn comes over from UCLA, did a great job with the Bruins defense. He's now the head defensive coordinator at USC. And, you know, LSU went out and got a new coordinator coming from Missouri who was actually exceptional there too. So the big downfall for both of these teams in the last couple of years has been their inability to play defense. And for LSU, that's the most surprising thing, because this was a program that for years was built on outstanding defense. I mean, I can remember the days when them and Alabama were playing, you know, regular season knockdown, drag out games that ended up as a 9-6 ball game. You know, they both played that kind of defense, and it's not, you know, they've been a long way from that here in the last few years.
It also kind of showcases the modern game a little bit. And obviously, we know what Lincoln Riley's teams have looked like from Oklahoma all the way to LA.